Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the widely respected leader of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, made headlines recently for something completely unexpected. Pastor Adeboye, a man whose words have guided millions of Christians across Nigeria and the world, did something that no one saw coming. He apologized. In the past, Pastor Adeboye made a bold statement: if you don't pay your tithe, you might not make it to heaven. This teaching sent waves through the Christian community, as it suggested that paying 10% of your income was essential for salvation. Many people followed this advice without question, believing that their path to heaven was tied to their giving. But during a special youth convention at the RCCG's Redemption City, Pastor Adeboye stood before a large crowd and said something no one expected. He apologized for making the statement about tithing. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice serious and calm. "That's wrong, and it's not in the Bible." The moment was tense, and you could feel the shock in the room. People stared at him, unsure of what to think. Pastor Adeboye went on to explain that tithing, giving 10% of one's income, is not something that decides whether a person goes to heaven or not. Instead, he called it something for beginners in the Christian faith, a way to learn how to be generous. "Follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see God," he quoted from the Bible, correcting his earlier statement. Many people started asking themselves, why would Pastor Adeboye change his mind after all these years? For a man of such influence to admit he was wrong was unusual, and it stirred up lots of questions. Some said he had been pressured by the ongoing debate about the role of tithing in the church. Others believed it was an act of humility, showing that even leaders can make mistakes. For years, tithing has been a controversial issue in the Christian world. While some pastors preach that it's necessary for spiritual blessings and prosperity, others argued that it is not meant to be a rule but a personal choice. By admitting that his past statement was wrong, Pastor Adeboye was stepping into a debate that has been going on for centuries. But his apology only fueled the fire, causing a massive wave of reactions online. As soon as Pastor Adeboye's apology video hit the internet, social media went wild. Nigerians were quick to share their thoughts, with opinions swinging from one extreme to the other. Some praised him for his honesty, while others were not so impressed. Enoch Adeboye, a tech expert from Abuja, shared her thoughts on Facebook, and her post quickly gained attention. She didn't see Pastor Adeboye's speech as a true apology. In fact, she went so far as to call it heresy. Enoch Adeboye pointed out something interesting. After admitting that tithing wasn't necessary to enter heaven, Pastor Adeboye mentioned that people should give more than 10%. This confused her. "How can you say you were wrong and then ask for more? Has Nigerian inflation affected God too?" she wrote, with a mix of sarcasm and frustration. Her post echoed the concerns of many Nigerians. The country's economy has been tough, with rising prices making it hard for people to make ends meet. "Is it this little money we are earning that they want to increase to 40%? asked Tony Akai, another Facebook user. "We can't even save for our future, and now they want us to give more to the church." It's not easy for Nigerian Christians. While some Nigerians felt betrayed or confused by the apology, others were more understanding. Reverend Father Iheoma Emmanuel, a Catholic priest known as Father Mentor, shared his view online, saying that Pastor Adeboye's apology was a sign of progress. "Finally, we are making progress," he wrote, expressing his belief that this was a step in the right direction for Nigerian Christianity. Father Emmanuel wasn't alone in his support. Many people commented on his post, saying they were glad to see a powerful pastor like Adeboye admit his mistake. "It takes a humble man to say he was wrong," one person commented. "I respect him even more for this." But not everyone agreed. Some critics argued that an apology was not enough. One person, Pastor Adoloja, had spoken out against Pastor Adeboye's tithing teachings years ago. Back then, people called him an antichrist for challenging such a respected figure. But with Adeboye's recent apology, Adoloja felt vindicated. He even shared an old video where he had criticized Adeboye, saying, "I told you all this years ago. Now you can see I was right." As the debate over Pastor Adeboye's apology raged on, an old tweet from Bishop David Oyedepo, the leader of Living Faith Church, began circulating online. In the tweet, Bishop Oyedepo said that people who don't pay their tithe are under a financial curse. He argued that tithing was an essential part of a Christian's life and that without it, financial prosperity was impossible. This created even more confusion. If two of Nigeria's biggest pastors had such different views on tithing, who should people believe? While Pastor Adeboye was now saying that tithing wasn't tied to salvation, Bishop Oyedepo's message seemed to suggest that tithing was the key to financial blessings. It was a dilemma that left many Christians questioning what they had been taught. As the debate continued, many ordinary Nigerians shared their personal struggles with tithing. For some, it had always been a difficult practice. We can barely afford to feed our families, and now we are being told to give even more, one person tweeted. How is this fair? Others, however, saw tithing as an important part of their faith. I have always paid my tithe, and I believe that God has blessed me because of it, wrote a Facebook user. But I don't think we should be forced to do it. It should be a choice. Even though Pastor Adeboye's apology was meant to clear up confusion, it has sparked a much larger conversation about faith, money, and the role of the church in people's lives. Some people believe that the church has become too focused on money, while others see tithing as a way to show their commitment to God. As Nigerians continue to debate Pastor Adeboye's apology, one thing is clear: the issue of tithing is far from settled. Some people are hoping that this will lead to more open conversations about how the church handles money. Others worry that the apology may cause division among Christians. Will Pastor Adeboye's apology change the way tithing is viewed in Nigeria? Or will it only deepen the confusion? For now, Nigerians are left to decide for themselves what they believe about tithing, heaven, and the role of their spiritual leaders. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.